All right, Spocky, love you and leave you, mate. We're escaping, can't hang about. That's a little escaping mime I do. Not very good with mime, but there you go. I used to love all those shows. Watched too much telly as a kid, you see. Just used to sit at the tea table with my brother and sister and the TV as a fourth person going, oh, that's all we ever said to each other. BBC One, yeah, all right. And that was it. Starsky and Hutch was my favourite show. Then they reran it last year. Turns out, pile of old cack. It's shocking. I seem to remember it being a work of genius when I was 11. Turns out my brain was only half grown. That's what was going on there. It was appalling. It's the same every week. They sit in the big red car at the beginning, having a burger and a milkshake first thing, obviously, like you do. Going, oh, Starscope, there's no crimes today. Yeah, me too, Hutch. Then the radio comes on. Oh, boys, there's been a terrible crime. Go round to Huggy Bears and see who did it. And so they rush round there really quickly so they can get the parking space right outside, obviously. And they burst in, they go, Huggy, Huggy, Huggy. Well, he says, well, the word on the street is... It was that bloke over there. Oh, shit, he's gone. You two go and have a row with the big fat captain. I'll go and find out where he is. I reckon it'll take about 45 minutes to find him. Come back about 5 minutes before match of the day, all right. Rush round the police station very quickly, get the parking space outside, run into the captain, who's always livid. He's in a filthy mood every week because he can't get out for a takeaway. And Starsky's always having a burger in front of him, drives him nuts. Go back to see Huggy. Well, it says, well, the word on the street is... It was that bloke. And he's in a big warehouse on the edge of town behind some boxes. So they rushed round there in a specially customised car for sneaking up behind people, and they burst in, and Starsky falls over at that point. He can't stand his feet for a whole episode. He has a big cardi and bandy legs, and he's on the deck straight away, rolling about. And Hutch is tutting at him just out of shock. Oh, for God's sake, make yourself useful. Go up those steps, go up that gantry, knock some boxes over. And sure enough, there's the arch-villain behind him in a shit brown three-piece suit. Big fuck-off collars on it, kipper tie. Big shoes on, going, oh no, Starsky and Hutch, I'm done for. I can't run in this get-up. You trendy young cops in your jeans and sneakers. My father was chased by Elliot Ness in a big coat and a hat. It was easier in his day. And then all the uniformed cops turn up. Late, obviously, going, oh, thank God Starsky and Hutch are on the force. Oh, we'd never have thought of looking behind them boxes. And meanwhile, Starsky's found a bag full of white powder and he's going, yeah, that's the real stuff, man. You take him, we'll look after this bag. Then they go home and do the lot. I'm convinced they do. They must do, because they're always ecstatically happy at the end of every episode in Hutch's flat with two different women every week. And the credits flashing up really fast. I used to love that show. And The Invisible Man, that was the other favourite, with David McCullum. Do you remember that one? David McCullum, all he used to do is just pull his rubber face off, and that was it. He was gone. Fantastic. We used to play it at school. We just had to go, invisible, and that was it. Invisible. And then one of your mates would bump into you and go, oh, wow, didn't see it. Where's he gone? Where's he gone? Then you move a twig or something, and they go, there he is, come on. He always used to have a drink. As soon as he invisible, he'd have a drink straight away. He'd have a drink because that was the special effect, show him having a drink, all the liquid disappearing. He'd have a cup of tea some weeks, which you never see, do you? A saucer floating about for no reason at all. Just served to show how useless saucers are, really. They're for cat food and terps, and that's all they're good for, really, isn't it? And he'd sit on a soft chair. Every week, he'd always sit on a soft chair. That was the best game, watching that show. You could spot the chair he was going to sit on. It didn't matter where he was. It'd be in an airport with all plastic benches. And there'd be a beanbag in the corner. I bet he sits on there, I bet he sits on... Sure enough, it would sink down in a perfect circle like it had gone down on one cheek. There he is! There was a kid at our school who said he could actually pull his face off. And we should have said, don't be so stupid, you'll hurt yourself. But we were 9, so we said, face off, face off, face off, face off, face on. So there was a big crowd round him, jostling him. Come on, face on. He's ripping lumps and chunks out of his face. I'm doing it. Come on, get your face off. I'm ripping it off. Bits of face all over the playground. He suddenly looked up, all raw. Wah! He's done it. Look at hell. Caretaker came out, put sand all over it. Drew a chalk line round it. Nothing was ever said. Went back into class, his chair was empty. Mrs. going, where's Steve? Don't know, invisible, probably. Can't see him, hard chair, can't see him, ha ha. He's not invisible. Oh, God. Who was with him? No one was with him. Who was playing with him? No one was playing with him. Was it the burping thing? No, it wasn't that. No, it wasn't that. It was the face. It was the face. Because he was champion burper at our school. He could burp for 15 minutes at a time. We used to have to back away. There'd be no oxygen in the playground. Everyone would be going blue. And he'd suddenly just go off. Steve! Your face! Don't want it, it's got sand in it. We'll keep it for you. Balmy. Too much larking about. I've got to see my dad next week. My dad was 60 years old last year, and I don't approve, frankly. I said, that's too old, pack it in. There's no need, you're proving nothing. It just goes on, just leave it, forget it, stop acknowledging it. Why have a birthday every year? You've had 58 of them, what's the matter with you? Stop then, that would have been good. 60 years old. Nearly as old as my gran used to be. And my gran's 88, what's the point of that? And I'm nearly as old as my dad was when I first met him, I don't like that either. My gran just sits about being 88, that's all she does, sits there going, 88? Ain't I, hey? 2 fat ladies, 88, ain't I? Hey, 88, 2 fat ladies, huh? No, Gran, you're 1 fat lady. I think you're fine. Sat in front of the mirror for a bit. There you go, 2 fat ladies. 88, house. Well done, Gran, you have won the right to be alone. Why don't you rework that general strike story you're so fond of? You could put some gags in it. She can remember every day of the general strike and none of 1993. What's going on there? Is your brain like a vinyl record? Does it go back to the beginning at a certain point? She can't remember anything of last. It's terrible. She lives in Australia. I had to go and see her in Australia. I had to go all the way out there to see her. I saved up. It's worth it. Go. If you're thinking of going to Australia, do go. It's fantastic. But fly, for fuck's sake. It is a long way. It's a very, very long way. It's 22 hours in a plane. Don't fall for any of those little back page ads, you know, canoeing trips and all that nonsense. Unless you've got 4 or 5 years on your hand, it is a long, long way. 22 hours to get there, and then 26 hours to get back. Does that make any sense to anyone? What, is it uphill on the way back? They said, we'll take a bit longer going back because it's windy. Oh, shut up. We're in a jumbo jet, and how windy is it going to have to be if you're in a jumbo jet? I know windy, I've been in windy, I've been on the coast when it's windy and you can hardly walk and you're leaning against it thinking, oh God, it's really windy. Wow, this is amazing, I can hardly walk. But I find usually getting in your car solves that as a rule. You'd have thought jumbo jet, all-weather flying, probably, most of the time. So we just decided there was something wrong with the plane. Obviously, something wrong with the plane. They're not letting the full truth on. They can't go flat out all the way. Something wrong with the plane, isn't there? Is that wing all right? Can you see that wing? Is that wing all right? Is that wing all right? It's all right, I'm just a little edgy about the plane. That wing, come on. We're all at the back with a fag in one hand and a lighter in the other, waiting, like staring at the no smoking. Like Didn't tell us it was a 26-hour no-smoking flight, did they? Little experiment they were trying that month. Shaking up, plane takes off, we're banging on the light like that. Has your light gone off? Has your light gone off? I can't look, I'm focusing. Has your light gone off? Can we smoke it? Ping, stewardess! Can we have a fag? Can we have a fag? Hey? No, it's not mucking about.